goes into a swamp. Maybe some other day. So there's still about 3.5 weeks before I need to be in Grand Junction to take Theodore to the vet. And been contemplating what to do, One road trip that I have planned and want to do someday is Highway 50. But I've decided that if I did that now, the timing would not be great. That would require me to drive there basically from here to Lake Tahoe and back, which would be like 2 whole states and 1,400 miles of driving. So I'm going to save that one for the fall, which would work out a lot better. So I'm like, what do I do with myself for the next few weeks? And I've decided to kind of stick around Southeastern Utah. And today I drove to like the most epic landscape that I can think of. This is the very northern edge of Glen Canyon near Height. Look at all this. It's just epic. Super dramatic, beautiful scenery. It's 70 degrees. And looking at the forecast, it's going to be 70 like every day for the next week at least. No precipitation. It's freaking beautiful. It's only 10 in the morning and it's like warm. So, I have a lot of hiking and exploring to do around here now that the weather's good. I'm probably going to end up back at Needles District of Canyonlands too. I have unfinished business there. Now that it literally feels like spring here in southern Utah, southeastern Utah, the Canyonlands. And yeah, I'm ready to do some hiking, some exploring. Take in this beautiful, epic scenery. I downloaded John Wesley Powell's expedition book on my Kindle. It's the Colorado River and its many canyons or whatever it's called. So I'm going to be reading that at night while I'm in the area. And yeah. Here we are. It really doesn't get much better than this. I mean, I've been almost everywhere in Utah except for like the northwestern part of the state. And I can't think of anywhere more epic than right here. So, also, I'm in this little camping area. Cutie Butts is checking out the facilities here. But it's like, it's an actual, you can camp here. It says right on the signs, there's 2 vault toilets. And nobody's around. I'm kind of parked at the end of the little road here, so. But this is the most level spot I could find. But yeah, all the snow has melted off. The ground is still a little wet in some places, but yeah, it's 70. I came through this area back in November, and it blew my mind. I was also very sick. I was dealing with a pretty severe stomach bug. So I only spent one night right around here, up the road a ways at a boat launch, basically. But I've been thinking about this area ever since, because the scenery is just that magnificent. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out here, probably just one night in this spot, and I'm gonna get on maps, find some hikes to do and things to see. So thanks for tuning in, appreciate it. This really is just all driftwood, real low quality stuff. It's gonna be stinky. We'll just do this one towel load, just, you know, for the ambience. Is this not the coolest place to have a fire? Seriously. I don't even need a chair, I'll just sit on the rock. I just heard something like crash into the river down there. It is like, it's dusk, it's nighttime, and I don't even really need this hoodie. It is so freaking nice. And man, this is the coolest like campfire spot I've ever seen. It's almost too dark to be filming anything without lights and stuff, but I'm gonna have a good night, I know that much. Yeah, this driftwood's gonna burn way too fast. It's gonna be a short fire. I'm gonna stay out here for a while though. I wanna see the stars. The moon is like at 12 o'clock already. And it's only 7 p.m. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's like 7:30, but I've got a seat. I've got a shelf right here for my tea. Tea tonight is Sweet Pomegranate by Tea Smith. This place is amazing. What a magical freaking place, man. I'm so happy I came here. The weather is incredible too. There's a weather station like 2 miles southeast of Height, which I think is just where the marina is. But I've been looking at it on Wonder Map all winter, and it never gets cold here. Like, I've never seen it below freezing here. It's been a pretty epic, like, 6 months since I've been on the road. I gotta say, it's been the best winter I've ever had in my life, really. I'm looking forward to summer, you know. I'm looking forward to traveling up north, exploring the mountains, and just keeping this party going. Like, I can't even like imagine not living this way now. It's just, this is freaking amazing. For me, anyway. There's a lot of people out there that would just totally hate this lifestyle, you know. You give up a lot of comforts and securities and stuff, but the freedom is just unmatched. I'm sure someday I'll get too old to do this, you know. I'm gonna have different life requirements, but right now I feel like I'm really living my life, you know. I actually feel excited for life. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Here's the Dirty Devil River Bridge. Just drove over it. There's nobody around. No cars since maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock last night. Today is a Thursday, and it's only 7:40 in the morning. Figured I'd get a quick look at this bridge. And then the next stop is the Colorado River Bridge. Similar construction. Look at that. Kind of an arched truss design. Haha. All right, moving on. There's the Colorado River Bridge over State Route 95. That's a pretty picturesque. Got the red in the front and the snow-covered mountains in the back. All right, this is the end of the road for me. I know the limits of my rig. And look, I could have a fire. Somebody's already prepared some wood. But yeah, we're right at the, this is called White River. And even though it's dry, my van is heavy, so when I hit deep sand, it just sinks. It really does not. I don't want to push it. So my plan is to camp here and hike all the way, which is going to be a long hike. Hike all the way down to the canyon, to the Colorado River. There is a really cool looking, it's essentially like Horseshoe Bend, but not all developed where people, 10,000 tourists, Yeah, the stuff is soft. My feet are sinking right in. I just don't want to push it, you know. But the road continues on past the, I don't know if I want to call that a wash or, I mean, it's dry, but they call that White River. But yeah, the road continues on for quite a ways further. And over here would be an even better camp spot. It's a lot more level and bigger. But it's nice here. It even smells like spring. Like, this is incredible. We got green grass. And I am not gonna see another person the entire time I'm here. And I'll probably spend 2 nights. Because this is freaking incredible. I just pretty much have this entire place to myself. It's great. 8:21:57. Wow. All right, 9:43 in the morning. Here we go. I'm going to try to hike to the Colorado River and go see the Horn, it's called, quote unquote. I'm going to take the wash for most of the way because that's the most direct route. You like my big hat? I bought this hat 3 years ago and I only wore it on one road trip. Usually I grab my Faded Glory camo brim hat that I bought when I was like 18. But this one is way better. I've got 2.5 liters of water. This shouldn't be too long of a hike, maybe 5 miles each way. Should be home by, I don't know, noon, 1 o'clock. This would be great for me to take my drone, but I just don't think it's worth it because my drone's just so busted at this point to justify carrying it the entire way, you know, just to get some shaky, not so great shots. Though I am curious that now that I've removed the glass from the camera, if that would improve or like worsen the effects of sun glare on it. I would assume that was polarized glass, but anyway, this is literally the best camp spot I've found in Utah. I am in the middle of just paradise and guaranteed to be alone. I mean, last night I was camped right off of the road, and the entire time I was there, I counted 15 vehicles that drove by. And this trail that I drove down to get here, the sign where you turn off the road said, like, White River Trail access closed. And I tried to go to that Height Marina, and it was also closed and gated off. Basically everything in Glen Canyon is closed because the water level's so low. But I'm wearing my super wore out Merrells. The high tops would have been a lot better for this, just for more traction and ankle support. but I didn't want my feet to get like super hot, you know. I'm wearing lightweight, like ankle length socks too, because it's supposed to be like 75 today. Feels perfect right now though, but that's why I'm wearing the big hat. So we have some actual sun today. It's spring. This feels so good. I didn't even like put up with winter a whole lot this year. I went to the desert. But that doesn't make springtime any less amazing, you know. I've already found myself kind of up on a ledge. I need to get down into that wash. Yeah, cows everywhere. It's all cow tracks. I sort of chased them this way with my van. Probably see them again here pretty shortly. I hear lots of little birds too. And last night I heard like 2 crickets. Crickets are like the most annoying thing ever if they get like in your house. But outside, like when I'm camping, they're like soothing, you know. Reminds me of good times. So I screenshotted the map before I left the van, because I have 0 service here. But I kind of taught myself that after I go through a couple of these tight bends in the river, then there's an area where I need to exit the riverbed and head south. It's kind of tough hiking through this soft sand, but one of the benefits of that, other than it being the flattest, most direct route, is I can just follow my tracks on the way back. There's our cow friends. Well, the riverbed turns into slick rock here. No more sand. But this is probably arguably harder to hike, you know, because all the climbing and stepping up and down over things. Well, they went to where the water is. Smart cows. I'm kind of heading straight for them though, because that's where I need to go. I need to follow this riverbed. So I had to cross and then climb up out of there. It became impassable, so now I'm just gonna kind of take the high ground for a ways. See seashells. That means this whole area was underwater at some point. This landscape is just so beautiful. This is incredible. What a cool feeling to just be completely alone out here. I've had to backtrack twice now. I gotta get to the south side of the shore. I ended up on kind of a island here, but it's gonna take me a long time to get there, but in theory it should be a lot quicker getting back because I'll kind of know the lay of the land. So yeah, I need to be on the other side of this. Gotta go, I guess, further down that way. If anything, I just follow this and I'll end up at the Colorado. But the thing that I want to get to is like way down that way still. But I'm not having a bad time, I can tell you that for sure. This is just epic. Beautiful place to hike. Even if I just aimlessly wander around out here, I'm still having a really good day. And this weather is incredible. I'm not making very good progress here. This terrain is pretty original, we'll call it. Yeah, I don't know. At least I'm having a good time. So I just climbed down that, which would be a waterfall if there were water. And now I'm down in the riverbed again. So this is the plan, except then I run into deep water and can't go anymore. I'll just see how far I make it, and then if I fail, I'll just turn around and go back. I'm having a good time though, as I've stated several times now. This is just a huge playground for me. I'm loving it. It'd be cool to find some gold, you know. I think about it every time I'm in like a wash or a dry creek bed or something, you know. I have made it to the other side via another waterfall thing. I can see my van way down there. And I don't think another human has set foot on this ground in at least 100 years. This is awesome. All the rocks, I don't think my camera's gonna pick it up, but this rock is sparkly, like glitter. I'm seeing a lot of that here. Well, I'm back in the riverbed again. I am whooped. And I ain't even to the hard part yet. I gotta climb over a huge, like, to get to the river. This is like, and the amount of distance that I've gone is not that much. It's only like 4 or 5 miles, but oh my God, I am like, this is the hardest hike I've done yet. It's awesome though. This hike would be impossible if there was water down here. So I'm pretty sure past this, the end of this thing, assuming I can get over to the river, I don't know. It's hard to tell on like topographical maps and everything what the actual terrain is, at least with my skill level. But these poor cows I keep chasing, and they're up there looking at me now. Check it out, there's like a natural bridge or an arch or a hole. I wonder if I should name that. This is incredible. You like my commentary, my narrative? Just in case you weren't totally sure, I think this is amazing. So I'm afraid that the actual Colorado River is beyond that freaking mountain of sandstone. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it. And my stomach is growling very loudly right now. I feel great, but I'm just going to keep going. And if I feel like I've gone too far, I'll take a look at how much water I have. Make sure I have enough to get back to the van. The river was getting super soft and muddy right there, so I climbed up this wall. Last thing I need is wet feet. I think I'm getting really close though. Beyond this, that's where we're going. Yeah, I got a feeling I won't be able to get through that. It's gonna be water, but let's get as close as we can. Can only do what we can do, you know. But that big ridge in the distance there, that is the other side of the Colorado. If I climb this, I'll get the view that I want. Yeah, the drone would have been very helpful actually, just to throw it up and be able to get a bird's eye view of the terrain and kind of know where I can go. But I'm having fun either way. It's kind of fun just being self-reliant and figuring this all out on my own. John Wesley Powell didn't have no drones or GPS or none of that. This is the end or the beginning of this whole river. Seriously. I'm gonna climb up over this, and it should, in theory, take me right into the Colorado. Crazy. Yeah, that's just a big waterfall. It's probably 10 feet high. Now we're up here. Gonna keep going. Come around the corner, and yeah, this is insane. I gotta climb up all of this. This is so cool. Wow. Yeah, another waterfall. Look at that. This is just crazy. There have been no human footprints or tire tracks or anything since I left way back by the van. So just cows and what I think is a coyote tracks. That's all I've seen. This area is completely, this is wilderness. It's awesome. Okay, I have to climb up this. I don't know if I can, because that second ledge up there is like, oh, this might be the gatekeeper, guys. I might be done. So close. I am so close. Man, I'm gonna try, but yeah, it's looking like I just don't see a good way up that. It's not that tall either. Maybe 30 feet. I got up the first half. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get down. I don't know if I can get up this though. That's, you know, I guess if I carve footings into the mud. I'm so close, like victory is in sight of the hike that nobody does or has ever done. How do I get up that? Well, I can tell by looking at the map that I've overshot the horn, But the only way to get to that would have been to climb this whole like friggin' cliff thing. I made it to basically the mouth of this river, or the inlet. So I guess when the Colorado gets high enough, the water comes rushing down here and makes a whole river. But I can't see a way up this. I'm pretty much, this is it. And I'm so bummed because I'm so close. Damn it. But I've already I'm in a predicament now because it's going to be kind of challenging to get back down this. That's quite the drop. I'm sure I'll make it, but still, it's like if I could maybe stack some rocks and somehow get up that would be sweet. I feel like I'm so close. Even though it's gonna dump me out at the river, not where I wanted to be on the river, but All right, I moved that boulder there, but I still can't get up that. It's too much. I'm not 7 feet tall. I'm just gonna throw in the towel and try to get down this. Damn it, came so close. Oh well, this was epic anyway. All right, I made it back down. All in one piece. This was such an experience though. Just exploring like the most rugged landscape ever. Completely clueless as to where it goes or where I'm heading, and basically uncharted. I'm sure somebody's mapped this before satellites existed. Expeditions way back when, but nobody, I can guarantee you this, nobody does this hike. Like, nobody's come up here or hiked up and down this anytime in modern history. I mean, I'm sure people have been in the area, but yeah, this is great. Now I have to get back to the van, which is like 5 miles back, which don't sound like a lot, but this terrain is it's slow going. Man, I just wanted to see that Colorado River view. I'll be keeping an eye out for a way over this. I doubt it, but if something looks doable, I'm gonna do it. Totally forgot about this one. Gotta get down there. So the only way to get to that horn thing is right there, and I was trying to see. There's no way I'm getting over that thing. But you see that further, more distant wall, that's it. But this is just, I'm not a rock climber, I wouldn't mind if I was, but that's a rock climb there. So I am heading back to the van. The only reason the horn has a name is it's something you boat past. Like, there are no trails to it, there are no roads. It's just a named peninsula bend on the river, and I just picked something on the map and said I'm hiking to that today, but I can't. But I'm just having the most incredible day, and it feels good to challenge myself. feel like I'm really getting a workout today. And I might even skip dinner tonight. Definitely in ketosis right now. Feels amazing. Yeah, this landscape is just incredible. If I were, didn't have my van and my cats, I would be backpacking, like overnight camping out here somewhere, because this is just, wow, See, now right there, it's tempting me, but you get this ledge right here. Maybe I could scramble up that. I'm not gonna do it. I should, but I have to get over to that and go around it. The van is up past that thing. I've decided to take the North Shore. It's been a bit of a bushwhack, but I'm making a lot faster time than all that crap I did on the way out. Helicopter just flew overhead. I was like, I'm fine. Yeah, we're getting there. It's getting warm. I'm a little concerned with the temperature of the van, but I have the roof fan open and the kitchen window open. Should be fine. And it's still pretty early. I was wrong. The van's way further down past that. And I hiked farther than I thought. Wow. I have to get down there again now. And here's the fun of coming up to and trying to figure out how to get down. When in doubt, follow the cows. I've been thinking about the 1950s ever since I saw that someone carved 57 into that rock by my van. Like, how cool would it be to go back then just for a day or two, go to an old diner, and how cool the cars looked, man. Some rocket cars, some Virgil Exner styled big fin Cadillacs and stuff. That'd be wild. Some greasehead punk with the leather jacket would probably pull a butterfly knife on me at the diner or something. Go to the drive-in, I love drive-ins. There's one in Nebraska I took my ex to a few times. I've been crossing back and forth from one side of the river to the other, hopping over the water, somehow managing to keep my feet dry still. But it's right up here. I know it is. I got like 1 mile to go still. Yeah, I'm getting there. It's just like, I don't know which side to pick, I like to just follow the river, but there's actually water in it. Cliffed out again. I have crossed back and forth like 6 times now. I gotta get over there, and then I think I'm golden. Home stretch after that. The van is right around the edge of that last one down there. Wow, what a workout. I should have installed like Strava or something before doing this hike, because the GPS track on this one would have been freaking hilarious. I have been just all over this place. I need to figure out how to get down and across. Shoot. Oh, there are rocks right here. I'm gonna have to get down this and then go across them rocks. I made it. I was just up there. Now we're gonna take the river as long as we can. There's like cows stampeding in there. Like they heard me coming or something. I actually need to go in there to get, I don't think I can continue down. This is like quicksand. I'm sinking into this shit, but I think it only gets worse up this way because it gets narrow. I'm really bushwhacking through here now. I'm following this cow path. Which in theory should take me right back to the river. But yeah, I had to backtrack a ways, get up onto the other bank, and 'cause it was way too muddy for anything. So now hopefully this will dump me out back at the river beyond the wet section, where I can just hike the riverbed the rest of the way back to the van. Oh shit. Whew. Yes, it did. Yeah. Here we go. Yep, we're almost there. I say that, but I still got to get way up there. I think I can hike the river the rest of the way, though. Like up here was the section that I initially had to get out because water, but yeah, this is, I actually have like river shoes, like hiking waterproof shoes that you wear with no socks, but I would have had to bring both because this many miles in them shoes, my feet would be hurting. They'd be nice and cool, but whew. Yep, we're getting there. There's my footprints. Almost there. I can tell that I'm actually almost there because my phone just connected to my Wi-Fi and I got like 20 notifications. And I just checked my temp sensors in the van and it's 83.5. So the cats are okay. And there it is. Home sweet home. Hi, I'm home. Oh, that's not ideal. It's the next day. I filmed an outro to this video yesterday, but I didn't use my microphone and the audio sucked, so I'm doing it again. I took a shower in the van, but I didn't wash my hair, and now I'm like way out of water and everything else. So unfortunately, even though this is like the best camping spot I've found in all of Utah, I need to get out of here tomorrow. I really enjoyed that strenuous, long, difficult hike. It was very fulfilling, actually. It was like I got to get a good workout and explore and, you know, be in nature and everything, and that was great. I want to do more of that, and I will. I'd love to do some overnight backpacking. It'd be great to just hike into those super hard to get places and then just actually spend the night there. But with my cats, you know, maybe someday. I do have a pack, like an actual I have a whole backpacking setup, really. But, you know, someday, I'm always going to have cats, so it would have to be like leave them with a friend or family member to, you know, go out for a few nights. And it'd be fun to do that with someone, you know. But yeah, I really enjoyed that hike, and this has just been an epic location. I'm not going to say where my campsite is, but I already put a overlay to the map of what my hike was. So, I mean, you can do your homework there, but yeah, this is great. I'm definitely coming back here probably in the fall. My travel plans loosely are in the fall are to kind of come down the west coast out of BC, Washington, Oregon, California, explore and see like the redwoods and the sequoias and all that stuff, and Yosemite and all that stuff in California, and then work my way through Nevada on Highway 50 from like Tahoe over to Utah, and then spend like November or December in Utah again, because the weather is just... And right now, and it's the very last day of February that I'm filming this, and the weather is amazing. It is spring here. I had the window open all night, and there was crickets, and this morning there's birds, and it's spring, which is putting me in a really good mood and making me very excited for just spring and summer travels, which I've figured out my next like 3 videos last night, so I kind of know where I'm heading now, and what I'm going to be doing between now and when Theodore gets his procedure done in Grand Junction. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts, and stay tuned for the next one. Take care. Peace.